Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Heaven is Our Home Bible reading. Today's Bible reading is found in Genesis chapter 30. And today, let's see the life of Jacob and his wife Rachel. We can see here Rachel says to Jacob, "Give me children, or I die." And here comes Jacob, who is angry and said, "What?" Let's see what the word of God here. So I put the title, "Who Keep People from Having Children?" So I'm going to read from Genesis chapter 30. When Rachel saw that she was not bearing Jacob any children, she became jealous of her sister. Rachel was jealous of her sister, when she saw that she is not bearing any children. You know, Jacob worked for Laban for 14 years to marry Rachel, you know, and all those 14 years, this seems just a few days for Jacob because of his love to Rachel. So that's the power of love. It's become very easy for Jacob to work hard. It's not hard for him to keep on working. He loved his work because of his love to Rachel. He want to marry Rachel. So even if he need to work 14 years, it's so just a few days for him. No? Because after 7 years, they agree with Laban that he will going to work 7 years in return for Rachel. But after 7 years, his father Laban, the father of Rebecca, the father of Rebecca. Rebecca is the brother of the sister of Laban. The father of Leah and Rachel. Their custom is they do not give their children the youngest in marriage. They should give first the older one. So after the 7 years, no, she deceived Jacob by giving first the older one. So it is Leah. So that's why she has two wives. That's the reason she has two wives. And Leah have children, four children with with him. No, I have read in Genesis 29. She has four children. First is Reuben. The second was Reuben. The second is when she conceived again, Simeon. And the third one is Levi. And the fourth one is um, Judah. I said that Judah. In here in Judah, it is here in the family line where the it seems following the family line of Jesus in Judah. Then he stopped. Then Leah stopped giving birth. And when Rachel saw that she's not giving children to Jacob, while her sister has four, so she said here, when she saw that she was not bearing Jacob any children, she became jealous of her sister. Oh, so Rachel become jealousy. That jealousy, even the word jealousy, there are many in the Bible. And there are commands of God, or word of God about jealousy. And you can see, do not envy sinner, do not there are many things. Do not desire their company because Even Psalm 37, 1 to 7, Proverbs 24. There are many, we see that there are commands of God about envy also. And today in here, Rachel envy her sister because she has children and she don't have children. And so she said to Jacob, give me children or I'll die. So here I write down, I put the text in there, give me children or I die. And that's what she said. Jacob became angry with her and said, so Jacob became angry. Am I in the place of God who has kept you from having children? Am I in the place of God? You see, am I in the place of God? Meaning to say, it is not I who give you children, but it is God. So who keep people from having children? It is God. So even in this verse, we can see that it's children. The word of God says that children is a blessing from God. It is God who gives children. But there are many reasons. There are some reasons cause why people don't have children. As we can see in the Bible, it's barrenness. It like Sarah, she was barren. But when God opened their wombs, no, God can close the womb and can open the womb. So that's how God, when God closed the womb, no more children. They cannot make children, no matter Urano. I remember what our pastor said, Urano, ikakawum. So yes, no children. There are reasons. One reason is barrenness. This is what we always see in the Bible. You know, in today's our time, you know, there are reasons. There are some are because of uh, physical problem. They have health problem. There are reasons like that. Mm. But if you are healthy, you don't have any medical problem or health problem, you don't have, you are healthy both, and you don't have children, that is barrenness. And it's only God who can open the womb. But today's generation, today's time, our time today is people become wise, and now they can do artificial insemination in vitro, and so they can and have children. And that's one thing in this our time. Yeah. And so yeah, today in our time, that is, that's possible. And and so here, so even we see that Sarah, and here is Rachel. But when God opened their wombs, they give them children. So Jacob become angry with her. It says that Jacob is the very first husband. He is the first husband that become angry. He become angry uh, with his wife because of what he demand. Give me children or I'll die. No, he might say Jacob. Something like that. We can just imagine. We can just imagine, husband and wife fighting, and Jacob become very angry. There are also people, I have heard testimonies of It's been a long time, more than 10, more than 15 years. But she keep on praying, praying, praying for her wife. No? And she said that I heard this testimony. It's more than actually 18 years. He keep on he lay hands on her wife's tummy. And he kept on praying, praying. Well, he did not lose hope. He kept on praying, praying. And one time, and then God answered. No? God answers the prayer and they give them one son. No? Sometimes God answers prayer, but you see, God, every prayer has an answer, either yes or no. If yes, maybe instantly, or you need to wait. For how long? It's up to God. To God, even a day is 1,000 years. So if you give you seconds, we don't know how many years. So you waited. God say, yes, I will give you son, but you waited. It's like God's promise, to Sarah and Abraham. You waited for how many years? 25 years before it was fulfilled, before he gave the son. Mm. And because it's been long time they're waiting, Sarah make a solution. And it's and Rachel is following. So that's what happened here. So I told you that this testimony I heard is God answered their prayer after 18 years that they are that they that's their prayer. But for those years they suffered from all the what the people say, the relatives and friends. Yeah. They with their tease or joke, they keep on hearing, oh, when will you have children? Oh, you make children. Yeah, something like that. So he said, am I in the place of God who has kept you from having children? Then she said, here is Bilhah, my maidservant. Sleep with her so that she can bear children for me, and that through her I too can build a family. So, what Rachel did, he gave her maidservant. Ah, wow. In their time, they can say, oh, get my maidservant, because even the maidservant, when the maidservant give birth, it is the children will become their children. So she said, so I can build a family through her. That's what Sarah did also. She gave her maidservant Hagar to Abraham. No? And that's what, instead of solving their family problem, they get trouble. And so the outcome is now there, there in Israel, there is the descendant, their descendant around their neighbor, neighborhood. Okay, and here, then he said, here is Bilhah, my maidservant, sleep with her so that I can bear children for me, and that through her I too can build a family. Nowadays, people cannot do this. Nobody would say, okay, here is my, here is, you will give someone so that they can make, they will have children. Nowadays, no. If you see your husband with with someone, there is fight. It costs off. It costs off. Hmm. People to go in the court and separation and divorce if there is unfaithfulness or toward the husband or both parties. But in the olden times, this is what they do. Then she gave her maidservant Bilhah, and he said, "Sleep with her, so that I can bear children for me, and that through her I too can build a family." So he gave her her servant Bilhah as a wife, additional wife. Jacob is left with her, and she became pregnant and bore him a son. Then Rachel said, "God has vindicated me. He has listened to my plea and give me a son. Because of this, she named him Dan." So even their children, they has the meaning of their names. You know, there are meanings of names, and there. So Dan, because he said, "God has vindicated me. He listened to my plea and gave me a son." Because of this, she named him Dan. Rachel's servant Bilhah conceived again and bore Jacob a second son. Then Rachel said, "I had a great struggle with my sister, and I have won." So she named him Naphtali. So name Naphtali means struggle. I struggle like wrestling, you know. I wrestle with my sister. No, Naphtali means wrestle. Wrestle means struggle. When Leah saw that she had stopped having children, she took her maidservant. So Leah stopped having children. So what she did also, he gave her a servant. So both of them give their maidservant and give her to Jacob as a wife. So Jacob keep on bearing children. So this is how Jacob got his children. Leah's servant Silpah bore Jacob a son. Then Leah said, "What good fortune!" Oh, dito Ah, ayan, gasak. Because, oh, what's a good fortune? So, she named him God. So, God, good fortune. Leah's servant Silpah bore Jacob a second son. Then Leah said, "How happy am I! The woman will call me happy." So, she named him Asher. So, Asher means happy, happy. During wheat harvest, Reuben went out into the field and found some mandrake plant, oh, the son of Leah, which he brought to his mother Leah. Rachel said to Leah, "Please give me some of your mandrake." But she said to her, "Wasn't it enough that you took away my husband? Will you take my son's mandrake too?" "Very well," Rachel said. "He can sleep with you tonight in return for your son, Mandrake." So, so when Jacob came in from the field that evening, Leah went out to meet him. So all these girls are having this conversation, and then as if he will hire him, to sleep with him tonight with his son Mandrake. "You must sleep with me." When Jacob came, no, he go in the field looking after the flock of his father Laban, of his uh, father-in-law. When he go home, he said, her wife Leah said, "You must sleep with me." She said, "I have hired you with my son Mandrake." So he slept with her that night. God listened to Leah, and she became pregnant and bore Jacob a fifth son. Then Leah said, "God has rewarded me for giving my maidservant to my husband." So she named him Issachar. So he named him Issachar. These are the meaning of the names of their children. And this is the fifth son of Leah. Then she named him Issachar. Leah conceived again and bore Jacob a sixth son. Then Leah said, God has presented me with a precious gift. This time my husband will treat me with honor. Uh, he will treat me with honor because I have borne him six sons. Oh, need to bore six sons before your husband will treat you with honor. I'm so uh, smiling with this story. Oh, Jacob is so like it's it makes us smile because I have borne him six sons. So she named him Sibulun. Sibulun. This is Sibulun. Probably means honor. If you have children, you can name him Sibulun. No. Sometimes later, she gave birth to a daughter and named her Dina. You have children, you can name him Sibulun. He will give you honor. It will give honor. Yeah, his name is it honor. Will not give not disgrace. Honor. Sometimes later, she gave birth to a daughter and named her Dina. So this is the only daughter of Jacob, Dina. Then God remembered Rachel. All the children she bore is male, but here is a female. Her name is Dina. Then God remembered Rachel. She listened to her and opened her womb. So she listened to her, meaning to say she's praying. She's asking God for children. She opened her womb, she became pregnant and gave birth to a son, and said, God has taken away my disgrace. So he said, oh, God gave her a son, and he has taken away her disgrace. She named him Joseph, meaning means Joseph means he had. Oh no, this is not. What's this? Sorry. She became pregnant and gave her a son, and she said, God has taken away my disgrace. She named him Joseph, and she said, may the Lord add to me another son. The meaning of Joseph is, may he add. When God gave him Joseph, he said, oh, God has taken away my disgrace. I will call him Joseph. May the Lord. He named him Joseph and said, may the Lord add to me another son. So Joseph means, may he add, additional. So meaning to say it's add, add. So it says in footnote, possibly have become rich. We can see Joseph, which his riches become multiply, honor, multiply, everything, position, everything good, God added to him. So that's how Jacob, that's how their children was born and how he has children. So even Rachel, whom God kept from having children, God opened her womb. He listened to her and she gave him a son. So there is a hope for those who are barren. If you do not have any problem from having children in God's perfect time, God will give you children if God will open the womb. No, today's time, uh, adoption. What they're doing now is adoption, or what I said a while ago in artificial insemination, in vitro. Those are the things now that in our time that people, the ways of having children for those who don't have children. And now I will continue on to read in Jacob's flock increase. Now, not only that God increased his children or God give Jacob children, even his flocks was increased. So he's becoming multiply. Jacob is being multiplied. After Rachel gave birth to Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, "Send me on my way so I can go back to my own homeland." So he wanted to go back to his own homeland. No, he missed his family, or he already missed their family. "Give me my wives and children, for I have served you, and I will be on my way. You know how much work I've done for you." But Laban said to him, "If I have found favor in your eyes, please stay. I have learned by divination that the Lord had blessed me because of you." He added, "Name your wages, and I will pay them." I will just continue on reading. Yes, this is until 43. Jacob said to him, "You know how I work for you and how your livestock was fared under my care. The little you had before I came has increased greatly, and the Lord has blessed you wherever I have been. But now when may I do something for my own household? But now when may I do something for my own household?" "What shall I give you?" he asked. "Don't give me anything," Jacob replied. "But if you will do this one thing for me, I will go on tending your flocks and watching over them. Let me go through all your flocks today and remove from them every speckled or spotted sheep, every dark-colored lambs, and every spotted or speckled goat. They will be my wages, and my honesty will testify for me in the future. Whenever you check on the wages you have paid me, any goat in my possession that is not speckled or spotted, or any lamb that is not dark colored, will be considered stolen." So all he will tend his father's flock, but every spotted or speckled or dark lamb, the goat, speckled or spotted, it will be his wages. It belonged to Jacob. And all the lamb that is dark, it's not white, dark colored, will be his wages. Belong to her, to him, dark colored. "Agreed," said Laban. "Let it be as you said." That same day he removed all the male goats that were streaked or spotted, and all the speckled or spotted female goats, all that had white on them, and all the dark colored lamb, and he placed them in the care of his son. Then he put a 3 days' journey between himself and Jacob, while Jacob continued to tend the rest of Laban's flock. Jacob, however, took fresh cut branches from poplar, almond, and plane trees and made white strip on them by peeling the bark and exposing the white inner wood of the branches. Then he placed the peeled branches in all the watering trough so that they would be directly in front of the flock when they come to drink, when the flocks were in the heat and came to drink. They mate in front of the branches, and they bore young that were streaked, or speckled, or spotted. Jacob set apart the young of the flock by themselves, but made the rest face the streaked, and dark-colored animal that belonged to Laban. Thus he made the separate flocks for himself, and did not put with Laban's animals. Whenever the stronger females were in heat, Jacob would place the branches in the trough in front of the animal so they would mate near the branches. But if the animal were weak, he would not place them there, so that the weak animal went to Laban and the strong ones to Jacob. In this way, the man grew exceedingly prosperous and came to own large flocks and maidservant and camels and donkeys. So this is how Jacob increased his flocks. He got maidservant also who take care, maidservant and manservant. They take care of the flocks. No, when their flocks increase, they need someone also to take care. So they were increased. They get someone also to take care of their flocks and their wives, and they have also their wives have their maid servants who have their children and they take care of their children, and they have also other maid servant take care of their flocks. And so Jacob become uh, increase in his possession and family. So God is fulfilling the promise. No, in Jacob, God started to fulfill the promise he said to Abraham through the life of Jacob. No? They will increase. He will, no, they will make them into a great nation, into a people. The promise of Abraham to his father Isaac and to Abraham. And God is fulfilling. No, they are now multiplying. They are now becoming. They are multiplying, increasing in number. So this is how the story of Jacob in this chapter 30. So when God bless, when God bless a man, he will increase. He will increase not only their people but even their possession, even uh, individually. So this is how God does even in the lives of Jacob and their wives. In their time, it's just okay to have one, two, three, four. In this, Jacob had four wives, but it's not his. But it's not his plan. He did not plan to marry to have four wives. He was in love with Rachel, and he worked for 14 years. All those others were given. Yeah. But that is how God fulfilled his promise to Abraham. That's how the that's how the 12 children tribe of Israel came was born. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you are watching, I hope you are blessed, and I hope you will continue on to listen to the word of God. No? Word of God will continue on to teach us, no? Teach us uh, the ways of the Lord. We can learn even from the lives of the people of God before, and we can actually learning here the family line of Jesus, how the promise of God came in fulfillment, no? As we can see. This Old Testament is the fulfillment of the New Testament. That all these promises of God, it was fulfilled in the New Testament, and it just started here in the lives of Jacob. The promise of God for the Messiah to come. The promise of God, the Messiah who will come as a deliverer. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all. I hope to see you again in the next chapter 31. God bless you, and see you again next time.